beautiful day at Brendam docks. The engines and the boats were busy as usual. The sea air was in the air as always. Unfortunately, a tugboat named Drawlin had sunk. His load was everywhere. Oh bother, this is unfortunate. What am I supposed to do? Call for a taxi to get me out of here? Bolster of the barge was not amused. Ah, you're so silly. Maybe you should go and get that 10 cents over there to try and help you. He's currently busy with some barges at the moment. The docks were packed with passengers, goods, and everywhere. Big Mickey, Cranky, Carly, and Beresford were working their hearts, trying to make sure that everything was running on track. The SS Marie was everywhere as she unloaded her passengers. But then a familiar whistle could be heard in the distance. Hi, y'all. Just passing by, pushing the big Marie away from here. Sunshine, a small tugboat, was on his way to collect some stone from far away. He made his way. Grampus, the submarine engine, was admiring the island of Sodor. He had never been here before. Oh, this is wonderful. Lovely place, isn't it? The tramp steamer, who nearly killed Gordon, Henry, James, and Cranky, and killed the Cranky worker that was in his crib, apologized for everything back in 1995. Lovely day, isn't it? Said one tug. Fine island, isn't it? Said one. Isn't it a lovely day? Said Big Mac, who was with two other tugs. Oh, trust me, it's a lovely day, said 10 Cents, who was carrying 3 barges to Sodor. I haven't seen this place in years. Oh my. Smelly at the smell. It's just so wonderful. The air, the fish, the people. It's just wonderful. Ha! And there's my old friend Hubert. I should go and speak to him. And 10 Cents made his way to the docks to speak with Hubert. Thomas was very puzzled, and Percy was excited to meet the new tugboats. Who are they? Said Thomas. I haven't seen them before, aside from 10 Cents. Those are from the Tugs universe, said Percy. You're quite right, Percy, said Hubert, who was unloading some passengers and vehicles. Those are the Tugs, the Star Tugs for that matter. They are important tugboats. They're still servicing the island and many other places today. The cars were loaded into Hubert's berth. They were excited to head over to the mainland to see their loved ones and all. This is a fine place, isn't it, Thomas? I need to thank 10 Cents for saving me out of that ditch last year. I should go speak to him right at this very moment. And with that, Hubert made his way to speak to 10 Cents. The passengers that got off Hubert got into Etienne and his train. He was carrying with Evan and Edwin. Oh my, this is going to be a lovely day. The island is so wonderful. We haven't been here in a long time, said Evan. He was having some passengers in his berth. It's just amazing, isn't it? Lovely place to be. You're quite right about that, said Edwin. We are going to get Oh, it says here that we have to meet Peter. It's been a while, said one of the coaches. Peter's a lovely chap, isn't he? Oh, indeed. With the remaining passengers aboard Evan's trailer coach, everything was set. Etienne was running on his reserved power as there was no electrical lines on Sodor. And then his driver got a text message saying that Daisy, the diesel rail car, wanted to see him after work. Etienne got so excited that he popped out of the station with Evan and Edwin in his trailer coaches in tow. The most surprised of the revelation was the tramp steamer. Etienne and the others were making good time as they passed by the signal box. The passengers enjoyed the sights of Sodor. They were keen to see what was going on. passed by Lower Sudbury when Percy had his famous accident with the Earth Bank. The passengers on the platform were excited to see Etienne and the engines. They were so impressed. "Lovely tunnel, isn't it, Etienne?" said his driver. "We should be here in no time." He was looking at all of his controls. This is such a lovely tunnel. But then, his attention turned back and he had to get onto the throttle. They popped out of the tunnel just in time. "The electric engine, you idiot narrator!" screamed Etienne. Alright, I'll say it properly, I promise. I'm sorry, I promise you'll be involved next season, I promise. Etienne and the others made their way as they popped through the countryside. They were only to go at this 15-mile-an-hour speed limit because of the way if they were to go too fast, they were to crash. Meanwhile, Peter was at Wellsburg waiting for Etienne. Gordon, unfortunately, who usually takes the express, was recovering from his homophobia of butterflies recently. Peter was so sad about this. But then he saw Etienne coming to view with the others. Peter was pleased to see Etienne and the other engines as they passed the coaches. My, Peter, this is a fine railway you are working on. Evan, Edwin and I did a marvelous job at bringing these passengers to you. So now how are we going to do this? We're going to try something new. The Fat Controller and Sir Topham Hatt are trying something new with the passenger transportation instead of going around the platform and whatnot. Watch, wait and see and observe. The drivers and firemen of Peter, Etienne and all opened the coach's doors as they transported some temporary tunnels for the passengers to transport from coach to coach. The plan was a succession, the motion passed, and it was official that was to be from now on. Both engines said their goodbyes as they made their separate ways. Peter to Vickerstown, Etienne to go see Daisy in her shed, and Evan and Edwin to go back to the mainland to help out with Hurricane and Frankie at the steelworks. They were to help with the scrapworks. This was a marvelous day.